Welcome back into the news portion of DSI. I'm Jordan Kudish. And we start tonight with a bizarre story out of Dover. A caseworker assigned to a group home is facing rape charges after investigators say he sexually assaulted a vulnerable woman in the home. The incident involving 46-year-old Carlette Wheeler allegedly happened last Sunday. Smyrna police said they were called to Kent General Hospital where a woman was being treated for an assault. An investigation revealed she was left alone with Wheeler in the home, and that's when she says he forcibly raped and assaulted her. Wheeler turned himself into authorities Thursday and was arraigned on charges including first and second-degree rape and 4 counts of unlawful sexual contact. And in Ocean City, 2 18-year-olds are facing charges. That's after police say they stabbed 4 people just this morning after a fight broke out at a house party. Police say the incident happened around 12:35 on 130th Street when they say Stas Hughes and Brandon Messick got into a physical altercation with the group. That's when the 2 men you see on your screen reportedly stabbed all 4 victims. 2 of the victims were flown to Tidal Health for treatment and 1 was flown to another hospital. However, the 4th was not sent to the hospital. The pair is now facing charges including first-degree assault and reckless endangerment. And with restrictions on dining fully lifted and summer just right around the corner, many people may be going out to eat for the first time in nearly a year. But when they check the prices on the menu, they may be in for a little bit of a surprise. 47 ABC's Javari Burnett explains why the price on dining out is going up.
We've seen prices rise for commodities like gasoline and lumber, and the restaurant industry may be next.
The restaurants are going to have no choice but to raise their prices, and in Ocean City, prices are already pretty high, to be candid.
On top of the current labor shortage for many across the industry, I'm told shipping, cost of delivery, and limited supply are what many restaurants are currently up against as well.
I think the pandemic backed up the supply and they haven't been able to catch up yet. The labor force has a lot to do with it. The companies that produce the items don't have enough help to produce what they need to produce, and they're still working on back orders.
Owners say that prices of almost all products have went up across the board, especially for protein. Adding not only is it expensive, sometimes they can't even get their hands on them.
You know, chicken wings, crab meat, plastic cups, some of that stuff is hard to come by right now.
Despite this, John Fager, owner of Fager Island Restaurant, says prices haven't impacted business traffic just yet, adding some customers may be willing to pay the extra price just to feel a sense of freedom again.
People all the time who are saying, hey, this is the first time I've been out to dinner in a year or in over a year, and we're so happy to be out. And
Javari Burnett, 47 ABC.
Fager adds that pricing is currently at its peak right now, and owners expect prices to go back down in the fall, but they say things won't go back to how they were before the pandemic. And of course, to find more on this story, just head over to our website. That's 47abc.com. A lot happening in Ocean City today, and today state officials kicking off the summer season just in time for Memorial Day weekend. Officials say the day was about honoring fallen heroes and first responders, and while the pandemic changed many lives, they wanted to take the day to give thanks to frontline workers. Now, with many restrictions lifted as the state approaches 70% of residents vaccinated, Governor Hogan says getting businesses back on their feet is another top priority as we head into the summer. But for now, they say the upcoming weekend is about celebrating the next step in the right direction.
It's just beautiful to see people without masks and out here enjoying themselves, and I'm hoping to see a packed boardwalk and a full beach this weekend.
We want people to feel safe, people to feel comfortable, and we're going to continue everything we can to keep people safe during the summer season.
Governor Hogan adds that they are going to keep pushing to get everyone who wants to be vaccinated a shot. And with that, we're going to toss things over to Ulysses Garcia for a look at your weekend forecast.
Thanks, Jordan. And for the weekend, though, it is going to start off a bit on the dreary side, but there is some good news, especially by the time we make our way towards Monday. But let's talk about what's happening right now in our Morris Roofing and Siding Skycam in Rehoboth Beach. It looks like we're getting a break from that rain. We did have rain about an hour ago over Rehoboth Beach, but we've been dealing with some rain as well throughout the evening hours. Weather watchers calling in. We have John in Fenwick at 69 degrees. So is Ted in Millsboro at 67 degrees. Making our way towards the south, we have Josh in Marion Station reporting 71 degrees, and he also reported 0.04 of an inch of rain for today. Temperatures across the area, upper 60s and 70s dominating the map, lower 60s towards the north, 61 in Dover, 62 in Easton, 78 in Melfa, 72 degrees in Wallops. Those winds today have been coming in out of the ocean, so we actually saw some of our warmest temperatures over Cambridge and Salisbury earlier today, but right now those winds changing direction, a north wind over northern Delmarva, and we're starting to see a bit of a west wind kick in Melfa at 16 miles an hour. Those dew points, though, we had a warm front push through the region, and those dew points have been climbing throughout the afternoon and into the evening. 71 degrees, so very uncomfortable in Wallops, 61 degrees in Dover, 64 in Georgetown, 66 degrees in Cambridge. But we are going to be dealing with a frontal system that's going to pass through our area over the next couple of hours, so we'll actually have a southwest wind still in play throughout the overnight. But look what happens as we head throughout your Saturday. Those winds are going to be for everyone out of the northeast, a cold and chilly wind from the ocean, 20 miles an hour, especially along the coast where we can see those gusts up to 40 miles an hour. That's going to persist throughout your Saturday night as well with those breezy conditions. By Sunday, we'll start seeing those winds just drop down just a little bit, down to about 15 miles an hour, but still going to be a wind out of the northeast or out of the north, so still driving in that chilly air. So we're going to have below average temperatures for your Saturday and Sunday, especially Sunday where we could be flirting with a record cold high. So here's that rain that I talked about earlier now out into the Atlantic, but we're now dealing with another round of rain making its way from the southwest towards the northeast. So we're going to continue to deal with these bands of rain here as we go through the next 48 hours as we deal with a couple disturbances nearby, a couple low pressures, a couple of fronts across the area. So dealing with some of that rain even as far south into parts of Alabama and Georgia, even some thunderstorms over parts of New Mexico and into parts of Texas. But here closer to home, here's more of that rain continuing to just march its way in throughout the overnight and into your Saturday morning when some of those heavy at times. So just watch out for some localized flooding because we could see rain amounts once it's all said and done by Sunday night between 1 to 2 inches, and even some areas can even go over 2 inches of rain. Keep in mind it's also been dry very lately as well. And here on Saturday afternoon, this might be our window where we'll have our driest weather before the sunshine returns on Monday. Could be Saturday afternoon, but still going to be a cloudy day with just those breezy and cool conditions. More rain returns Saturday night, carries over into your Sunday morning, and then the rain begins to gradually decrease throughout your Sunday afternoon into your early Sunday evening, setting up for some sunshine here as we go into your Memorial Day Monday. For tonight, temperatures are going to be right around 70 degrees, but they will actually start falling throughout the late overnight hours into the morning. Saturday, we'll only see those temperatures in the 50s. So here's a closer look of that dive in that thermometer. 67 degrees at 6 a.m. But look at this, 60 by noon, already upper 50s here by 3 and 6 p.m. For your Memorial Day weekend, overall, not really a great weekend. High rip currents, sunshine on Monday, but still want to keep yourself out of the water because of the high rip currents. Still warming up, though. Small craft advisories in effect for all of our local waters on Saturday. And then 77 degrees on Tuesday, chance of storms Wednesday through Friday with highs in the 80s. You're watching Delmarva Sports Insider. We'll be right back after the break.
I'm Brooklyn Pugner from Stephen Decatur Volleyball, and you're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.